Hello there, motherfuckers, and I want to do a little rant here on Bill Maher. Yeah, that's right, Bill Maher, the star of Real Time with Bill Maher on HBO. Every week on HBO, this guy sits down for an hour with a panel. The panel is filled with liberals, or once in a while you have the token conservative, where all he does is, pretty much, apologize for being a conservative, which is a fucking joke. I think last time he had somebody on from the Weekly Standard or whatever, like a couple of months ago, I was watching it. I used to be a big fan of Bill Maher back when I was in college around 2006, 2007, when I thought, oh, these guys are crusading for good. The Republicans are bad people. Well, the Republicans, there's a lot of them that are bad people, but, mostly conservatives is what I'm getting at. That the Democrats are the heroes, they're the crusaders for the working class. They're the people that want to save America from the supervillains that are the Republicans and conservatives. These are the uptight guys that don't want anybody to have any fun. So, Bill Maher sits down for an hour, and him and his panel, they just basically rip apart Trump. It's conspiracy after conspiracy with no proof of all the, the whole Russian scandal. And he keeps talking about, how Trump is an idiot, Trump is a dummy, Trump is a fool, Trump is a pompous ass. All these different things, calling Trump every fucking name in the book. Trump just, you would think that Trump is the most horrible guy in the world. Of course, anybody who knows anything would know that this is just a lot of hot air. It's just Bill Maher trying to get laughs by making like he's talking about an incompetent person. Well, and the uninformed think this. People who get their news from CNN and MSNBC and, listen to the Young Turks and shit like that and get, like to watch Stephen Colbert and Trevor Noah. They're going to think that what Bill Maher is saying is, insightful comedy. And, and here's the thing, once again, what I have to say about all these people who watch Colbert and Trevor Noah. You are getting your news from comedy shows. And I always said this. People are getting their news from comedy shows. Stephen Colbert is not an accurate source of information. He is a comedian. He is a comedian, you stupid morons. Just like Bill Maher. So the thing is with Bill Maher is that this guy stuck his foot in his mouth. He has a big libtard mouth, and he finally put his foot, he always puts his foot in his mouth, but this time he did because he fucked up and he said the N-word. Said the N-word. Said a stupid comment about, they were talking about being in Nebraska, and one of his guests, always talking about stupid shit on that fucking show, talks about Nebraska and being out in the fields. And so he says, I am not, someone to work out in the fields. He goes, I am a house N-word. So, I'm not going to say it, what he said, because they're going to pull this video. I'm going to get flagged, whatever it is. It's already going to get demonetized, which, by the way, my London video got demonetized. Big surprise there. So it's really funny here on YouTube. I'm allowed to talk about the Kathy Griffin thing, but I'm not allowed to talk about what happened in London. It's just funny which videos get demonetized and which ones don't. Because you notice the CNN thing, CNN condemned is what I mean to say. CNN condemned the Kathy Griffin thing. So that one's okay. So, as long as the big, massive mainstream media corporations, as long as they approve of what somebody says here on YouTube, then it's okay. Then you can monetize it. But if they don't agree with it, then you gotta demonetize it. Me condemning a vicious attack by terrorists, that's, that's not advertiser friendly. Okay. Okay. I see the point. But Bill Maher says this thing and it's such a stupid comment. And basically what it shows is there's no filter on these people. Now, hey, you know me on YouTube. No filter. I say what I want. I don't care if it pisses anybody off. I don't care if it gets me demonetized. I say what I want. I say what I feel. It doesn't matter what anybody says. You see, people start rushing to the defense of whatever I'm talking against, and, they start calling me a Trump tard and whatever. And you guys see, I don't give a shit what anybody says. I'm going to post this. I'm going to post whatever I want on this channel. I've said that for quite some time. I think you guys care. I see that you guys know that I don't care about what other people think of my views, because these are my views. I'm not going to change them just to make other people happy. Like I said, if they want to unsubscribe, do whatever floats your boat. If you feel you need to unsubscribe because you just can't take the words that are coming out of my mouth, then feel free. I've always said this. You can say whatever you want about me. You can do whatever you want. Hey, it's a free country. Like I said, that's what I do. I say in these videos. I promote freedom. I promote freedom of speech. Without my First Amendment, they'd have people breaking down my front door and whisking me away and throwing me into the prisons, because the shit that I say, hey, it pisses off a lot of people. People don't like to hear conservative points of view, or really what I like to call more just common sense points of view. But the thing is, with Bill Maher, it just shows, just like with the Kathy Griffin thing, it's kind of like the same mentality. These people think that they're invincible. They think in this never-Trump world that we live in, with all the protests and running through the streets like maniacs, beating people up, breaking, store windows and shit, people going on a fucking libtard, snowflake, hissy fit, titty attack rampage. They think that all forms of behavior, no matter how irresponsible, are perfectly acceptable. And they're not. And they never will be. And that is why I say, thank God that Trump is our president. Can you imagine with Hillary Clinton? There would be no one would be getting condemned, basically. You would just have basically people on the internet condemning it. Everybody else, it would be quite ugly, is all I'm going to say. At least that there is a sense of leadership in this country that disapproves of these other people that are trying to really create a narrative where there is no rules. I mean, this just shows with Bill Maher, he thinks that he could just basically throw the N-word around. He thinks that what he could say, because he's said a lot of fucking shit over the years that's just totally reprehensible. I mean, this guy even joked about Trump fucking his own daughter just mere weeks ago, and he got off scot-free. But he said the N-word this time, and I mean, this just blew the fucking roof off of everything, because it really showed that this guy just doesn't care what he says. He doesn't care. He thinks he can say whatever the fuck he wants, and he can get away with it. Because over the past year, with this anti-Trump rhetoric he's been throwing around, I mean, it has just been so much hot air, so much fucking garbage that this guy has been throwing around. He thinks that he could just say anything. He just let it fly. And look what happened. I mean, it is causing an outrage, and even the network is like fucking, I haven't seen an official statement from HBO, but I even see CNN is even condemning what he said. Like, you can't say the N-word, man. You just can't go that far and say that. Look, I know that what we say, that a lot of times, like the rappers and everything, they throw the N-word around and shit, but the thing is, it still shouldn't be said. I will say that it's not me virtue signaling, it's just white people shouldn't say it. Black people shouldn't say it. No one should be saying fucking the N-word, all right? It's just a word that should be left out of our vocabulary. It's a stupid word. It's a dumb word. And Bill Maher just throwing it around like, I'm at a house, you know what? So it sounds so dumb. So, and the thing is, with all the stupid things that you accuse, that are not even true, you think what Trump says is stupid, and you're always rallying against him. He doesn't say stuff like that. That's what I don't understand. The man's talking about policy. He's condemning people that are doing bad, terrible things and saying horrible things. But I guess Bill Maher saying this is probably A-okay with you people, because I don't really see a whole lot of outrage. You know, we're just like, oh, okay, as long as it comes out of a liberal's mouth, it's okay. But God forbid a conservative said anything like this. God forbid it came out of Sean Hannity's mouth or anybody else. Remember when Bill O'Reilly talked about eating in I forget exactly where he went to. He went to a soul food restaurant, and he said that the clientele wasn't loud or noisy, giving a black stereotype there, and everybody was outraged. And you did not hear the end of it for weeks to come. But it's okay when Bill Maher does that. Not a lot of outrage. Not a lot. You can definitely see the clear difference there. But it really shows that the regressive left has really gone off the rails. No filter. It doesn't matter how hateful it is. They'll just say whatever they want, basically. And it's funny because aren't the libtards the ones who would be the social justice warriors? They're all politically correct all the time, and they're watching what they say all the time. Oh, we have to we have to remove this word and that word. But there you have one of the biggest libtards out there, and he's actually using one of the most taboo words. Even a word that I would say should actually really leave the English language. It should get the fuck out of here already, because it's a stupid, bad word that shouldn't be used out of anybody's mouth. And I have even said that. I think I've even said that in other videos. Black people shouldn't even be using that word to refer to each other. I think it's dumb, and you've even had black people say that. It's a word that should be gone for good, and it is a word that is very, 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 very overused. And it should be dead. They should fucking kill that word already. But you got Mamalukes like Bill Maher still spreading it around, and he thinks it's funny. That's the thing. And you had people actually laughing in the audience about him saying that. I don't know if it was like nervous laughter or whatever it was, but I mean, give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break. These people think that they can say whatever they want, and he's not going to face any repercussions. Watch. They're just going to scold him on CNN, and that's going to be it. Because Bill Maher gets the ratings for HBO, by being anti-Trump. The more anti-Trump he is, he's going to bring in more never-Trumpers, and they're going to watch his show. So there you go, motherfuckers. The regressive left is off the rails. The train has derailed. It has crashed. It is burned. It is in flames. Still it's like a bunch of zombies walking out from the wreckage, pretty much. They're never going to stop. No matter how many times they put their foots in their mouths, no matter how many times they hold up decapitated heads, no matter how much they do disgusting art and shit like that, they're never really going to face full repercussions. Slaps on the wrist, losing a show, losing a sponsor. But really, these people are never going to learn their lessons. People like Kathy Griffin, people like Bill Maher, they don't really realize, what they're doing. They think that this is just a small inconvenience for them. But you see, Kathy Griffin, she's not really sorry. She apologizes, but in the same breath, she's still condemning Trump, and she's blaming other people, blaming Trump. Something she did towards Trump, she is blaming him for. And Bill Maher, well, I don't know what his response to this is going to be. He's going to apologize. But is he going to apologize for all the lies that he spewed about Trump over the past year? Of course not. Don't take responsibility for your actions or what you say. Doesn't matter, right? These are just words. Words destroy people all the time, but it's fine, right? It's absolutely fine. So you can say what you want, do what you want, no repercussions. You don't have to worry. Everything you say is just pretty much going to get glossed over. You're protected by the other libtards in the media, protected by the giant corporations. So, there you go, motherfuckers. Bill Maher, another regressive. I will give him this. What he does say about Islam and Muslims, he is right about that. I always say that. He should make that more of a center point of the show. But you can kind of see that the guy is woke when it comes to Islam. Not enough. But as far as libtards go, Bill Maher probably is the most truthful when it comes to Islam. But the guy is still a maniac. And he's still a liar. Alright, motherfuckers. Until next time.